Thank you. And thank you, Kari. Yes, he is one of three men who have been honored with the Soul Brother #1 award at Black Girls Rock. The other two were Anthony Hamilton and Common. So he's in good company. To the board of directors, Cedra, Jason, and my dear friend Kari, congratulations on this 15-year gala and on your 24 years of service. I'd also like to congratulate Bill T. Jones and Dabo, Tupac, Beyonce. It is really an honor to be recognized alongside of you. It's especially meaningful for me to receive an award from an organization that is so deeply invested in nurturing and empowering young people to grow into their full potential and to become their most authentic selves. And although I'm not a part of BroSis in any official capacity, I do consider myself a part of this organization because, as Kari mentioned, I've participated in this gala almost every year as the DJ. It's actually my yearly standing commitment. It's the one thing that I say, I'm doing this, right? So when they reached out to me, and they actually, Dabo talked about Ross. Ross is my agent, so I guess that's his assignment on the board, to call me every year and ask me to DJ. So Ross calls, as usual, and he says, hey, the Brotherhood Sister Soul Voices Gala is happening on May 21st, and guess what, right? So when he said it, it was so much enthusiasm that I'm like, yo, they got Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's about to perform, because, it's Kari, and you don't know, Kari hangs in a lot of circles, so I'm like, okay, this is gonna happen. So now I'm like, waiting in anticipation. The Wu-Tang chant is playing in my head, and I'm like, what is it? And he says, this year we've decided that we want to honor you. So now I'm shocked, because I wasn't expecting it. And I'm excited because I've been here all these years and I've seen who's gotten these awards. So I'm super excited because I made it. It's like getting a Black Girls Rock Award, right? so I'm like, I'm super grateful, but then I'm like, but wait a minute. So does this mean that I can't DJ the event this year? And then Ross is like, well, no, because we want to honor you this year. And then I'm like, but it's what I do. And so we had some back and forth. He had to call Kari, and then they agreed that they would let me do a set at the after party. And so once we came to that agreement, then I agreed that I would come here to be honored tonight, so here I am. But in all seriousness, I really want to express my deepest gratitude to the Brotherhood Sister Soul organization. I'm honored to see the Clarion Call Award in the name of prolific poet and voice of liberation, the great June Jordan, who wrote, like a lot of Black women, I've always had to invent the power my freedom requires. June's words speak to the power of Black girl magic, to our ability to make a way out of no way, to stand firm and deliver, and to speak truth to power. And her words also speak to my personal journey in building and creating a movement that would create a paradigm shift in monolithic social constructs that trivialized and undermined a Black girl's sense of value, beauty, and belonging. In 2006, at the height of a seemingly impenetrable, fossilized culture of media messaging that incessantly marginalized, objectified, stereotyped, diminished, dehumanized the value of Black womanhood, I founded Black Girls Rock as an intervention. I wanted to arm Black women, and I wanted to arm Black girls with a different message. Messages that affirmed us and create a counter-culture that challenged the systemic devaluation and blatant exclusion of Black girls' narratives and experiences in order to recenter our balance of power in a world that persistently told us that our black girlness was less than. I created Black Girls Rock because I realized that the conditions of black girls could only change when we were the authors of our own stories. Black Girls Rock, it emerged at a time when black women really needed an unapologetic, affirming mantra. And today, black girls are rocking even harder. There's a wave of black girl magic being illuminated in primetime television, at the box office, in the boardrooms, in politics, in business, in activism, and more. I'm often asked, what do I see for the future of Black Girls Rock? And my answer is always the same. It's my hope that we are creating a world that is so progressive that we no longer need to have a Black Girls Rock. It is my hope that we're creating a shift that's resulting in a society that protects and values black girls along with everyone else. But unfortunately, that day is not here yet. So Black Girls Rock will continue to serve as a summoning, as a rallying cry, as a clarion call to nourish the next generation of young women, to help them understand that their black girl magic is the epitome of beauty and magnificence. And thank you. I'm really proud. I'm proud of what Black Girls Rock has been able to do. And I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish, but there's still so much more work to be done, not just for black girls, but for all girls and women, people of color, marginalized people. Our society remains deeply entrenched in racist, misogynistic, patriarchal ideals that continue to denigrate, subordinate, and dehumanize all of us, especially women, and especially people of color. We have a president that can actually mock and degrade women with no repercussions, while also policies are being put into place to turn back the clock on progress. We have rogue law enforcement officers who feel emboldened by a political climate to kill and to harm black women, men, and children with no consequences, and we still see no justice. There's an organized assault on women's reproductive rights, and laws are being passed to infringe upon our rights to make decisions on our own bodies, while at the same time, loophole laws are being created for rapists. These are really challenging times, and shifting this culture requires our collective engagement and our steadfast commitment. So all of our work is a piece of that puzzle, whether it's fighting to lift our images, or whether it's elevating our art and culture, or fighting against discrimination, or mentoring our youth. It's all a part of a bigger picture. We have to be the change that we want to see, and that's why we're here tonight, to celebrate game changers and to support an organization that has led the charge for over 20 years. To everyone at Brotherhood Sister Soul, your extraordinary legacy of lifting the voices of our youth is the change. And I cannot be more honored to accept this award from you on behalf of all of the black women who have rocked before me, on whose shoulders I now stand. Thank you, God bless, and good night.